Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood and today I'm going to bring you some Napoleon Total War. Recently I played at quite a few battles, well 3 as you guys saw, with Mike and Huge. One of them is a 3v3 with Chriseb as well, and this one is the first of the replays I'm going to show, which is on Galican Ria. So our opponents are going to be Sergeant Yellow Pepper and Chris Jones 8. And we're going to be spawning over here in the blue. Mike's going to be on the side with the large hill in the center. And I'm going to be over here on the far left. And I believe I was playing as Prussia, but I'm not sure. Nope, France. Wrong battle that I'm thinking of. Mike says Prussia. Yep, that's what I was thinking there. But quickly, while it's in deployment, we'll read off my army. For my artillery, before I forget to tell you guys what it is, I believe it's just a howitzer. Yep, 6-inch howitzer. Then I've got 3 of the chasseurs there, and make that 4 of them. I want to say 5. Yep, 5 of them. There we go. And then I've got a young guard, 2 old guard. The rest of my infantry here. There's the young guard, Polish Legion. And I've got 4 of them, the 1 young guard, the 2 old guard, and that is it. And my cavalry is moving around on me here. Dutch guard lancer, and then a Polish guard lancer and a regular lancer there. And of course my general. So let's get this thing moving along real quickly. Go into triple speed there. I have my light infantry in regular formation, so that apparently from what you guys told me, there's a fatigue loss if they are in loose formation, which is why it's beneficial to have them move forward in regular and then switch to loose when needed. You can see everyone's marching off there. Mike over here on the mini map, you can see him marching up onto the hill, and both of our opponents are very clustered together here in the center. And we'll let that go. Now we'll go ahead and play. So my opponent is actually this British guy. Our opponents got very intermixed. Russia, right at the beginning, sent troops from this hillside down into the woods here. So before they go hidden, it looks like 3 Russian Jaegers and 3 musketeers there. And then some more to back them up, and a lifeguard of foot. And Britain has got a lifeguard and a horse guard there, and he's got all this elite infantry, 3 foot guards there, Highland foot. Russia's got more troops up here. They're very mixed together, and he's got a lot of light foot as well, some of which is still hidden. And then there's the 2 rifle units up here, and them putting these stakes down means they don't want to move. So we're obviously coming to them. At this point, I'm going to send my cavalry far right to Mike, because Russia here has a ton of cav. He's got an Ulan, a Hussar, what's that? Another Hussar, and 3 more cav back here. So yeah, we're facing a lot of cavalry. I'm going to help Mike out with that, but overall this battle was very mixed together and kind of jumbled up, and it was a little bit before we moved forward to actually attack them. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward once more. You can see we're starting to take artillery fire there. Mike forgot to bring artillery, I believe. No, he's got a 7-pound howitzer. Mine is just now setting up, and they've got an experimental howitzer and a 5-pound, which is Britain there. You can see the skirmishing starting to begin on the far left here, and I'm going to go ahead and play. So skirmishing starting on either end of the line. My 2 old guards were in my backfield, right, ready to go anywhere, but I saw that this left flank, at least for me, the left was wide open, so I'm going to line these guys up. These are 2 absolutely deadly units you do not want sitting right on your flank, and you can see I am sacrificing the first shot, but I'm moving up to start skirmishing with everyone. And now here on the flank, Britain's not really going to know what to do about this, and Russia just plain does not notice, so these guys are going to get shredded by both units of my old guard. And that's pretty much the end of them. So we're going to start rolling down the flank there. Mike here in the center, you can see skirmishing. Here's his cavalry going in. My cavalry has got the Russian cav tied up there. One unit of it ran through, and I tried to hit his general, but there's just too much cavalry around. But what happened is Mike was able to push through in the center, and he's going to successfully take out this British artillery. And I don't know. Looks like he got the Russian artillery as well. So that's it. We have the artillery advantage now. On my side, it's still just skirmishing going on, although I am shifting more troops to this left and moving up my troops in the center as well, as I am starting to gain a distinct advantage here. Already took out that rifle unit, shifting this old guard. This musketeer unit is just getting shot up on the flank, and they're just not noticing this, because this is the problem with them mixing their armies. They're really spread out, so now they have to deal with this whole field, while Mike and I only have to deal with our little sections, aside from my little bit with the cavalry over here, which has now died. So that's going to be the end of that. You can see Mike moving forward. This is a tough position to take, especially with British troops there, which are not overpowered, but compared to other troops they are. And I don't mean that in the literal sense, like I think, oh, Britain needs to be nerfed. I'm just saying that their troops are more experienced, and they do a lot more damage. But they are also slightly more expensive. But you can see this kind of arc of fire I've got going on. This unit is not going to hold up all that well under it. Got my general nearby for support. And of course, I'm not even worried about these old guard. I know they can handle themselves. And there's a life guard of foot here, getting ready to meet them, and a musketeer. And he's got all this stuff in the center. And here comes the British cavalry. And you can see the British units in the center here lining up to fire. These are foot guards, so that's not a unit I want. And here, I see it coming, and I turn these guys in square, but I did not see it soon enough to get my lights out of the way. But it's almost, in a sense, good that I left them there, because now they're going to stall this cavalry and give my men more time to shoot at them. And at this point, my lights aren't all that useful, but still a mistake on my part. Look at that. That was a pretty good artillery hit right there. And there's another. Wow, that was a series of good hits. So, yeah, Britain has gone the melee charge route. And you can see over on this flank, shuffling everything around. Here, I started moving these guys around that way, and they decided to run this direction, which would have put them straight in the line of fire. So I'm going to move them back, and then over here, then onto this ridge to fight it out with these life guards. But you can see Russia's just in a bad position here, and Britain is in last stand mode here. My artillery, wow, they're hitting a bunch of my own troops. That's not good. So I should have managed that better. Or was that even my artillery? Nope, that wasn't, because they're just now about to fire. So yeah, Mike, thank you for shooting my men. Thank you, good sir. Oh yeah, there we go. Now he's shooting the general. That's a good hit there. But you can see Britain's kind of breaking through on the right at the moment. My men are in square fighting these foot guards, which is not a unit you want to be in melee with. So I am lining up these guys to start shooting into that as well. So I wasn't sure if I'd be able to deal with all of this British rush here. These men in square due to the cavalry. They've got, looks like foot guards. Yep, foot guards in their midst, and I believe that's it. Those light foot running away. So right now, while this side doesn't look extremely promising, Mike's still got a full army over here, and I'm going to try to hold off against this while I keep crumbling the far left. You can see my foot guards, or old guards, sorry, now lined up here, getting some shots on the flank of this life guard of foot. And my men have 110 men to their 71, so this is all going well. Yeah, they're just dropping more rapidly now, and these musketeers are being shot at from all sides, so this is not going to go well for them. You can see my men firing in the back there. And these guys should be routing here in a second. They're at 29 men. Their morale is actually going up, so guess he didn't bring his general over. There's my general. Brought my general over to this old guard to help him out for a second. and now he's got to fight another musketeer unit because these lifeguards are about to rout. And now I'm starting to take some fire, and at this point I'm gonna go ahead and melee charge, because rather than try to outshoot these guys, I'm just gonna trust my old guard in melee, and those lifeguards are now routed. So here comes this charge, very slow as they run uphill, and the melee fighting commences. But basically over here you can see I've cleared Rush out of the woods. They tried falling back this direction, got troops pointed towards Mike. There's the British, what's left of them, and you can see there's a foot guard unit up there that Mike's handling. And my men down here actually managed to hold out against the British. There you can see the bodies from that, and the last little skirmish is right here against these horse guards, who are now routing due to being at 3 men, soon to be 2. Yep, so now I've got another free Polish Legion unit, and my guys are running up here and shooting at the flanks of these musketeers. There's also these Jaegers right here who I'm going to charge soon. These Jaegers charged me, so that's that melee fighting going on. Look at that guy getting stabbed, that is brutal. And my troops are moving through the woods now. Gonna start firing at the Russian general, who is just sitting there. He doesn't really have anywhere to go, though. He's completely surrounded now. And so at this point, you guys can pretty much tell the battle's over, except for this one Russian unit of cavalry, which I'm gonna get some shots off into by turning into square real quickly. But they're gonna run around and actually hit some of my men in the back, and these guys are not able to turn into square, so there's nothing I can do about that. My general's going to take a hit as well in melee up here, so my army's just trying to hold on, although at this point with Mike's army here, these guys are pretty much done, and my 2 old guard are pretty much fresh, and that could have beat alone what's left of that army. But here you can see my old guard actually beat those musketeers, and now they're dealing with this cavalry unit, which sadly they will not be able to deal with. So I'm going to turn these guys to shoot at them, but that's pretty much the end of that battle. You can see what happened up here on this hill, and it's kind of hard to see just because of the trees, but there's all Mike's men firing. My old guard's going to rout there, but this old guard unit is going to start unleashing volleys into this cavalry, which you should see in a second. There came one, and the fire is still going on, so you can see these guys dropping as they advance. And will they make it to my line? Nope, there they go. So that's that. That's the end of the game. The last cavalry unit dying over here against this very small square, and yeah, good game. There you can see the statistics. I almost, aside from the Russian opponent, lost the most men, and Mike and I killed about the same, me getting a little bit over 100 more. But very good game to our opponents. Hope you guys enjoyed. My best unit, of course, the old guards on the flank. Look at that one, 125 kills, 2 deaths, and that Polish Legion. Thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time with more.